Hi guys, I'm MyKey and I'm going to tell you about my keys to success on e-commerce. Before we get into this video, I'd just like you guys, if you're new to this channel, to just subscribe so you don't miss any of my content, any of my videos coming up. Leave a comment below if you want to know anything further, or if you want to let me know anything about this video that you don't understand. And the last thing is just to share this video with people that you think will find this useful, like-minded people, some friends, family. This video is for 2020, for you to be able to devise a side hustle that actually takes very little of your time, because I'm going to tell you all the tips that you need, so you don't need to make all the mistakes that I've already made, because I've already gone through the process to learn, and I'm happy to share those tips with you. There are ways in which I've got a blueprint that if you are interested in purchasing, you want to actually purchase a full e-commerce website with Instagram shops and everything attached, and I'll go into details of that. If you're interested, just leave a comment below. However, I'll be doing videos here that give you tips, so just let me know below what you want to know. About e-commerce, about Shopify, about Wix, about websites, about Instagram, about conversion rates, about automation, about emails, and about how to save your own time and maximize money as well as profits. Stay tuned.
You and I, Bonnie and Clyde, my number one baby, my rhythm and blues.
Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm MyKey and I'm going to be talking you through my keys to success on the e-commerce space at the moment, specifically around Shopify, dropshipping, Wix, e-commerce generally as a whole. So I've done a couple of videos previously talking about how you guys can actually make money, just to enlighten you guys about dropshipping and what it actually is. So I'm going to talk you through the steps to actually guarantee you that you can start earning £3,000 every single month from month one. So there are a couple of straightforward steps. The first thing is obviously building the website. It's very important. So building the site, super simple. I think Debut Theme is crushing it at the moment. It looks very sharp, it runs very smooth, very clean, totally free. You can't beat something that's free. I created a logo using Photoshop. I'm not familiar with Photoshop, I've not used Photoshop before, but it's very simple, it's very straightforward, for beginners. So I just watched a couple of YouTube videos on how to actually use Photoshop. I've been using it for a few months now and it does do the job. The advice is to have a general store. So I know you guys are probably wondering, did you have a niche? What was it? And one of the general stores that is selling quite well at the moment has got beauty, health, pets and tools all in one. So it's a general store. So it's just different niches that you can go ahead and that you assume you can go ahead and make money from. So make sure you keep the color scheme, make sure you keep it simple. Don't go over the top doing anything pink, green, just keep it blue, black, white, simple. And lastly, using the post-purchase upsell to help increase your average order value. So I talked about this previously. It's automation, and it's about just setting a couple of triggers that if this happens, if for instance someone looks at a product and they don't buy within an hour, what do? And you send an automatic email, you can generate different triggers for every single action on the website. So I'll talk about that in another video. That's all about automation, and I'll show that. You can send discounted emails to people if they don't purchase within like a 12-hour period, saying, hey, look, you left this in your basket, your basket's about to expire. They go in and saying, hey, here's a 10% discount just to encourage your purchase or just to help you on your way. That's one way, but there's another upsell tool, which is a Sweet Upsell. You can just go ahead and type that into Google. It should come up, Sweet Upsell, and it's a tool. You can just attach that onto your site. Then we come on to the product. When you have the product, you have two options. You can have the wow product, something that wows someone, the WT effect, or you can have the problem solving effect, so something that actually solves a problem. So for instance, dishwashing tablets, they're there, they solve a problem, you need it to connect through to your dishwasher to actually wash your dishes. Cars, for instance, cars are there to get you from A to B, so they solve a problem in transportation. So our buses, for instance, they solve a different problem in taking large groups of people. Trailers as well and trucks, they solve a different problem in taking large quantities of stock. Same with on the sea, you've got the ships. There are different types of ships that solve different problems. Ones are the cruise ships that take people on just to go and have fun, and then the other one are, for instance, the containers, the ones that take over, Maersk for instance, taking containers across all over the world. So they're different things. Then you've got the planes as well, for instance. So this is all about transportation, and you can see how many different problems are being solved. Planes, for instance, you've got the cargo planes, you've got the military planes, you've got all sorts of planes, you've got the private jets, you know, so it really depends on the problem. But I suggest that you launch 3 products on the first day. Let everyone see those products. Make it be a mix, as I said, of a wow factor product, a problem solving product, you know, and any other additional product, whichever you think will probably complement all of that best, and just see how it goes, and launch that with videos. As I mentioned in one of my first videos, dramatic demonstration, my video on how to sell, it talks about dramatic demonstration, and one of the things in dramatic demonstration is an ancient proverb that says you can tell someone something 999 times, but it's not going to be as effective as showing it to them just once. Seeing is always believing. So dramatic demonstration is actually showing someone there live exactly what the benefits are of this. And there's nothing better than doing this in a video ad, you know, getting their mind thinking, emotionally getting attached to the actual product itself, building value. That's the only reason why someone will part with their money, if value has been ascertained. Value is based on the mind of the purchaser and the customer. However much value that is built up in your product and how much they feel like they need it will depend on how much they pay for it. That's why you have expensive products and why you have mid-range products and cheap products. And with those, they advertise them in very different ways, and they benefit from them in very different ways in regards to different margins and costs per unit, but also profit margins from each single product that's being sold. So the higher the product, the more likely they have the product margin, but also it's a lot more difficult to then get one sale because it's a lot more expensive, and people think a lot more when they're purchasing and spending something over £100 than when they're buying something that's 99p. And that's why the 99p store and stores like that sell tons of items that actually could equate very easily to some of the other stores, because people are not thinking about what they're buying, and for them it's a mass product. So you also have to think, what are you trying to do? For me, I've got 2 different types of stores. One is actually a mass product, so it's got products that are ranging from about 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, all the way up to about 100, 150 pounds, right? That's one. And then based on that, the profit margin is not going to be as much, but you're going to have a number of sales, so you've got to push a lot of quantities. Then you can then have, on the other hand, you can have another store that I have, which has got different products that sell from 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 pounds. With that, the profit margin is a lot higher as well, because people are paying a lot more, so the value is a lot more, depending on how you create the perception and you create the desire in the mind of the purchaser. So that's why it's very important to get into the mind of your audience. It's very important to get into the mind of your customers to understand how they will be looking at the product. When they get on your website, what would they be thinking? When you're there, what would you think if you saw this? What would you think if you saw that? How easily would you find the products or navigate through the website if you had never been to this website before? And you can also track that by seeing how long people spend on your website. If people are not spending a long time on your website, it purely means that you have not got a flow and it's not easy for them to stroll through your website. So you need to then probably categorize things into different sections. You know, for instance, bestsellers, for instance, Christmas, for instance, sales. You know, just things that trigger people to go in and look a little bit more and see some of the things that they might not just see once they just land on your website on the first instance. So I really don't advise you to use AdSense. I've got a couple of different solutions that I use. You can use AdSense for like 1 or 2 days. That's all I'll suggest. No more than 1 or 2 days, because it's quite expensive, and make sure your average rate is not more than 0.7, because really you're not going to be making much of a profit, depending on what your profit margins really are. But I wouldn't really advise it for much longer than 2 days. After you let it run for a few days, you know, I kind of start including some explosive manual bidding processes and horizontal scaling and a range of new creatives. Direct new traffic, engage with new audiences, and then things around Instagram, email campaigns, and all of that. And I'll show you a lot of that, and that's in upcoming videos. So I'll suggest that you run an ad for about 1 or 2 days. Just assess it, just see what happens. See the traffic on the back, see how people are going through the website, see how effective people are, but how effective the link actually is, because for everyone that comes onto your website, it tells you where they actually came to your website from. What you want to understand is, are they coming from Facebook? Are they coming from Instagram? Where are they coming from? You know, and that it's going to be very clear on the back end exactly where each visitor is coming from, and that allows you to track where your adverts are and how they're actually working. Scaling up the product now. So if there's something that works, there's an ad that works, just look through your AdSense, look through your Instagram, look through your conversion. Every single sale, you should be able to see where that sale has been generated from the first time they came to the website, where they came from. And that's what you want to be looking for. Whatever works, ensure you double, triple, quadruple, and see if you can scale up that kind of sale. So for instance, if 5 people are coming for you spending $5, whatever it is you're spending, just for example, then spend $10 if you want 10 people. You know, so just double whatever you're spending. See what effect that has. Can that be scaled up? If that is actually being scaled up and that is working, then you can keep scaling that up gradually. If that doesn't work, then obviously keep it at the minimum level that you had it at, that was generating that traffic it was generating. So you always have to test the products to see if you can actually scale them up. So that's really important. That's the last step of putting the product. The first is getting the right website. The second is actually getting the right product. The third one is actually being able to scale up the product. And that's how you actually maximize and build and ensure that you're getting up to about £3,000 every single month. For me also, I have a tool that I use. It's a virtual personal assistant. It's called Ping for Shopify. I don't know if you're familiar with it already. If not, it goes in and it creates suggestions. You can tell it, for instance, update fans, and it will create a Facebook post for you, and it would show it to you. It will tell you what product do you want to put in, what message do you want to put in. It will create all the messages as a suggestion for you, but it will still give you the option to be able to edit it. And it's really brilliant. You just click yes and it posts it straight to your Facebook page, and it's very effective. And typically straight away, once I do that, you see 1, 2, 3 people starting to come onto the website. And I'll show you that in a video. If you guys want to see that specifically, how I use Ping, what Shopify Ping is about, and how I actually direct Ping and generate sales, and to see that in real life, then definitely drop a link below. Let me know you want to see that video, and I'll actually show that live. I am only trying to go by what people want to see, so I really appreciate if you don't understand anything so far in this video, let me know below. If there's anything else that you're stuck on, let me know. The next video that's coming is about fulfillment. I've had several people that have asked me about fulfillment. What happens when an order comes through? Does it go through directly to the manufacturer? What do I have to do? How does it work? And I just want to explain all of that to them in real time, and that's going to be what the next video is going to be about. Orbello handles all the fulfillment fully. You just go in there and you click 1 or 2 buttons and it will do everything for you. You actually need to oversee it and just check it that everything is right. Sometimes it will flag up if there's an error, like a wrong product trying to be purchased from the supplier than the actual product that someone bought. It's actually very clever. It can identify those slight errors, even though you may have mistagged it or whatever. You know, so it's very intelligent tool and very useful, and it does all of that for you. So with a click of buttons, you can fulfill an order within a minute, 2 minutes, and you probably need to click 1 more button to actually put it into processing so probably about 3 buttons, and that's done straightforward. You have tracking numbers that are all inputted automatically. Emails get sent to people straight away that the order has gone out. Here's the tracking number. It's very, very clever. You don't really have to do anything. It looks like a full company because that's what it is. That's why Shopify, Wix, for instance, their e-commerce platforms are brilliant. So I'll definitely urge you, if you're not already doing this, for 2020, think about it. It doesn't cost you much money. It's very, very cheap. To start it up, as I said, you're only going to be paying a running cost of about $29 a month. I'm able to help you through that. If you want to know what to do, I'm going to be giving my keys to success on e-commerce here on this channel. If you want me to help you build your own e-commerce website and deal with all the Instagram connections, the Instagram shops, the Facebook shops, and actually build the strategy and show you, then that's fine, I can do that. However, if you want to know anything, just let me know here and I'll try and do a video, and hopefully that helps. Thank you very much for staying tuned. Stay tuned for my next video, as I said. If you're not already subscribed, smash the button right now and make sure you get this video up to 100 likes as a minimum.
You and I, Bonnie and Clyde, my number 1 baby, my rhythm and blues.